Hello and welcome back to the NBA DFS Slate Breakdown for Friday, November 14th. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann, and come join us at LineStar. $39.99 per month gets you access to all we do, the props, the DFS. You get it all for one low price. We also have a free trial, 7 days free. Come try us out. Take a peek for free, 7 days free. What do you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. You try us, you love us, then you just stay for $39.99 per month. Gets you access to it all. Now, let's dive in position by position, starting with point guard and the high owned on FanDuel. And we got Miles McBride, 33% owned, 5-star alert score. There's no Jalen Brunson. McBride is going to take a big chunk of this offense over. And with that, it makes plenty of sense to go with some McBride. I don't mind him whatsoever. I do have to also talk about my man Jordan Clarkson here, who probably gets a big boost in minutes, takes over that Miles McBride type role. And I could see past to him getting mid-20s in minutes. And if that's the case, at 4K, we know he can get hot. He can put the ball in the bucket. And if that's the case, he could definitely be of interest there. That's just a pivot off super high-owned Miles McBride. Next, Jalen Suggs, 5,400, 24% owned. He played 26 minutes last game, 29 the game before that. Now, this was a bit of a blowout, and now there's no Paulo Banchero, so chances are that he's going to be playing 28 plus minutes and be a big reason why they absolutely blow out the Brooklyn Nets. I'm fine with going some Jalen Suggs at his price. James Harden at 9K, 18% owned. For as long as Leonard is out, you're going to be playing James Harden. I mean, sub 10K, you're playing him. So I'm fine with getting into some in this situation as well. Egor Demin, he has shown some upside lately. He's only 4,100. The issue is it could be just a total blowout, but he still played 25 minutes in this blowout versus the Knicks, what I think is interesting. And I mean, Toronto 28 minutes, so he loses 3 minutes. It's not the end of the world here if you want to go to Igor, even in this blowout type situation. Let's go to some pivots. We got Brandon Williams, 5,400. My man is projected for 27 in the last 3 games. He's hit 36, 30, and 42. He's playing big-time minutes. We know he has a big-time ceiling, and I don't mind going back here in this spot. 1.03 fantasy point per minute over the last 20 as a starter, which he hasn't started much, but he has been well over a fantasy point per minute in his play so far. De'Aaron Fox, 7,600 versus the Golden State Warriors. This is for you FanDuel people only, as this game is not on Draftkings. But last 2 games, he's played 36 and 37 minutes. He shot the ball 14 times in every single game this season. Last game, the ball just wasn't falling. He shot 35%, and it didn't go his way. I think better days are to come. I think there is absolutely a chance for a 40-burger at 7,600 with how well Stephon Cassell and Wemby are playing. I think the price is a little bit high, but we know Fox is a guy that could go for like 50, so I'm fine getting some at this type of ownership, 9%, with everybody off of him. On to DK, high-owned point guard. We got McBride, Suggs, and Reeves. Austin Reeves is AK versus the New Orleans Pelicans. And my man has a huge ceiling, even with Luka there. Just not quite as big, but it is a great matchup. 27th overall on defense, 17 as far as a shooting guard. I'm fine sprinkling in some Austin Reeves, not going to go super heavy on him. Getting on over to shooting guard on the FanDuel side, we got Miles McBride, Desmond Bane, and Ant with Suggs and Harden, all fairly high owned here. Desmond Bane at 6,400 finally seems like he's getting some momentum with this new team. It's taken a little longer than I expected for him to get it going, but over the last week, 48, 33, 38, he's only 6,400. He could go for 48. There's no Paulo Banchero. Means more usage is going to be soaked up by him. I'm absolutely fine going with some Desmond Bane. If his time in Memphis taught us anything, he's a guy that can absolutely soak up usage when guys are out, and he has a big ceiling in that situation. Ant at 9,500 is getting a bit pricey, but my man can put up 50s, and he's been chucking the ball up. 25 shots last game, 21 couple games ago. I don't hate it. Went for 42 versus Sacramento 2 games ago. The only issue here, that game was in Sacramento and it was a total blowout. Now this one's at home. It could get ugly. And pivot action, we talked about them all, so we're good there. Shooting guard on DraftKings, McBride, Bane, Edwards, Reeves. $3,900 Shamit. You can go there if you want. He could start, but I mean, what do you win when you win? Win is the thing. Like, he goes for 25 and that's a win for him, and it's 6x. If he gets any ownership, whatever, I would look at that as the VIG just go otherwise. I don't think he is going to body bag you, and that's essentially why I would be fading him. Small forward on FanDuel, we got Bane, Edwards, Wagner at 7,900. No Paulo Banchero is an absolute smash. The only thing you're worried about here is Orlando blowing them out too quickly, and without Paulo, it's a little less likely that it happens. So I'm definitely interested in some Wagner. Sadiq Bey has been putting up. Definitely have plenty of interest in him as well. On the other side of that, we got Herb Jones at 4,900. I think Herb does carry some upside. The matchup is nice. Lakers 21st versus small forward. We know there's upside in Jones with his steals and blocks. So I don't hate going this route. The issue is he's either going to give you teens or he goes for 30, and 30 is 6x. So it's not like it's a slam dunk spot whatsoever. Andrew Wiggins, 6,500, still no Bam. And with that, I think he does carry some interest. You guys know, if you've been watching the show, I'm not a big Andrew Wiggins fan for DFS purposes. He's a fine basketball player, but he just doesn't have those high highs and those low lows that you really want from plays. Now, he is consistent. He can get us 40. He's not going to kill you. Like him as a cash play, but as a GPP tournament play, I'm willing to have some because he's low owned, but I'm not going to go too hard on him. I do think he makes an interesting pivot because he can go to 40, 45. It's just not very often that it happens. And I'm betting that this spot is one of those potentials for it to happen. Small forward on DraftKings, we got Bey, Wagner, and Shamat. We talked about them all. Power forward on that was on DraftKings. Power forward on FanDuel. Cat, no Jalen Brunson. Without Brunson, Cat is just a slam. Wagner is a slam. I would way rather eat the chalk on Cat than I would Miles McBride. So there's that for you. Then we got Giannis, 21%. There's plenty of value out there. So we're fine going with a chalky Giannis at 12.3. And Khalil Ware, 6,800. I mean, as long as Bam's out, there's too much ceiling at a medium price not to have a little bit. And then Clowney at 4,600 just went absolutely nuclear the other night, putting up 40. He's not in the greatest spot here versus Orlando, who are second versus the power forward, but my man can put the ball in the bucket and he scores mid-teens points and then throws in some rebounds, assists, whatever. And at 4,600 and going low owned, it makes sense. Also, I think he's a great piece for your Wagner or Bain or Suggs lineups. For those Orlando lineups, you're going to want a Nets player to do something just to keep them in the game. And I think Clowney makes a very logical choice in that scenario or that type of play. Getting on over to power forward on DK, Cat, Bay, Giannis, Nas. We haven't covered Nas Reed, but at 5K, he has some interest. The problem is that I would see if it is a blowout, he gets squeezed more than some of the starters for their minutes. And, you know, he has 330 burgers so far this season, but we do know he is a guy that can go for 40. So I have some interest, but I also don't care and don't mind if I don't get any of them. Center, Cat, Drummond, Gobert, Sabonis. Let's take a look at Drummond. He is 5,200. There is no Joel Embiid. Played 33 minutes and 35. He's a guy that can definitely do 1.2, 1.3 fantasy points per minute. And it's a decent spot versus Detroit. And at 1.16 fantasy points per minute over his last 20 starts, definitely cause some interest here. And Detroit is 19th overall versus center. I'm fine getting some, fine eating a little bit of the chalk there. The ceiling is there. Gobert, 6,200. He's been playing well lately, but overall, this form of Gobert is just hard for me to get there. I don't mind if I'm going elsewhere. And as somebody in chat said, welcome to Diabetes Awareness Day. I'm sorry, whoever it was. I do not remember exactly who, so I can't shout you out. But Diabetes in a great spot. 5,300. Kalbrenner's out, and my man has just been printing 30s. And now he should get more minutes. He should get 26 to 28 minutes instead of his 23. There's upside in the spot as well. I am absolutely here for the Diabetes Awareness Day. And we got to talk out Jalen Duren. If everybody is going to Drummond, why not just play the guy that's been printing 50 burgers on the other side and get leverage on the field that way? If he's getting all the rebounds, Drummond can't be. And we know we can also put the ball into the bucket. So I think it's definitely interesting to go that route over Drummond. And on to center on DraftKings, Diabetes at 4,200 is a smash. Drummond, Nas, that'll do it for us today, guys. Hope you guys all have a absolutely fabulous Friday. We're going to be coming back here later with the NFL Week 11 DFS show and NFL Pick'ems this afternoon. You all have a good one. Thank you for joining us.